One of my roles is as liaison to the Historic Preservation Board here in the town of Penfield. And we have a very active board that hears applications within our Historic Preservation District for different changes to properties, renovations, and the like. And they're very dedicated to what they do. Here is Beverly Vaughn, who's a longtime member of our Historic Preservation Board, as well as Kathy Knauer, our town historian, who attends the meetings with me as well. I'm here to present the Jeff Crane Historic Preservation Award. And for those of you who are not familiar with this award, the award is given annually in Jeff's name to an individual or individuals who have cared for Penfield's past through the preservation of a structure with historic significance in the town. Recipients are chosen by the Historic Preservation Board based on the significance of their efforts related to historic preservation. The plaque hangs right next to the supervisor's office in the town hall for all to see when they come here. For those of you who did not know Jeff Crane, his preservation efforts basically went the stretch of 5 Mile Line Road and the reconstruction of 5 Mile Line Road at the time. Jeff was the proprietor of Mark's Pizzeria. He purchased buildings at 4 or 5 different locations in 5 Mile Line Road, appreciating the historic character of our Four Corners. He did almost all of the rehab work on the buildings himself. Most notably, he repaired the bell tower at 2106 5 Mile Line Road to preserve the historic character of that building. We all know his motto was to never say no. He donated countless pizzas to every not-for-profit organization and sports team in the town. I think Mark's continues to do that quite a bit. He was instrumental in assisting the town with the 5 Mile Line Road reconstruction project. He also unselfishly granted easements over lands to protect a more effective and aesthetically pleasing reconstruction project. And he encouraged his neighboring property owners to do the same and to grant easements. And without the efforts of all of them, there would be no on-street parking along that north leg of 5 Mile Line Road. He had provided parking to his neighbors who needed it and gave it up in front of his store to ensure that they would have parking for their businesses. He spent countless hours and dollars refurbishing his properties and inspiring others around him to do the same. His renovation within the Four Corners has given a gift to the residents and future generations of Penfield through the preservation of structures when no one else had the time, stamina, or money to so preserve those properties. So it is in his memory that this award is given annually. This year, we have had a flourish of activity in the Four Corners area. You might have noticed a little bit of activity in the Four Corners area. We're still waiting on that traffic signal from the state, but we'll get there. I don't see the state up for this award this year. But that being said, we do have actually co-winners this year because of such a flurry of activity in the Four Corners area. It's my pleasure to present the Jeff Crane Historic Preservation Award first to Tony and Sam DePrima. Do you want to come up, Sam? In recognitions of the DePrima's efforts, one of many efforts in the town of Penfield over many years, to preserve the structure at 2124 to 2126 5 Mile Line Road, constructed in 1825. Those of you who grew up in Penfield like us know it as Embry's Drug Store, and later as Camwa, and it is now the beautiful home of the Angus House Restaurant and Lounge. So thank you to the DePrima family.
Thank you very much. Very good.
And also to the Barudis, another well-known family in the Four Corners. I still have to call you Mrs. Barudi. I can't bring myself to call you Joyce, Mrs. Barudi. That was not very long ago either. Right. In recognition of the Barudis' efforts to preserve the structure at 1823 Penfield Road, constructed circa 1899, again, for those of us who grew up here, Stenner's Hardware. It is now vacant, but has a significant upgrade to it to attract incognito from next door to expand into that area. So we're going to be having a real exciting expansion after the prom season, I think we were told, to happen. So thank you, Barutis, for continuing to invest in the Four Corners area. And here's your award.
Thank you very much. I just want to say thank you. Ron is playing tennis tonight, or he'd love to be here, but he can't miss tennis, you know, he can't do that. I want to thank the town and the Historic Preservation Board. I want to give a plug to Randy. He bought the tuxedo shop from Olga and John Boychuk 28 years ago, or is it 24? 28 years ago. He's a young man, and he's been there 28 years already. He's moving next door into our building, and he's very happy about it, and he plans to be here for a long, long time. He sells and rents tuxedos, and the other thing he does is he has gently used upscale men's clothing. He has the whole building, the downstairs and the upstairs. So is anybody, I had notes, but I didn't look at them. So I just think I thank everybody for this, and we appreciate it, and we'd like everybody to support the Four Corners.
Thank you, Joyce. Congratulations to the Barutis and DePrimas. And I would encourage you to go in and get a nice suit and then go next door and have a great meal. And that's part of what we're trying to do in the Four Corners. So again, thank you for everything that you've done to help keep that a very viable area. And there's a lot of very exciting things going on.